What's up, everyone? Sal here. In this video, I'm going to remind you and tell you that you are perfect just the way you are. And also, it's coming from a sensitive and inspiring man. That's me. Yeah, I'm going to get a little emotional here. I'm going to dive right in and get to the core of what has happened today for me and why you are perfect just the way you are. So, who am I? My name is Sal Mariano. I'm a self-mastery coach, international motivational speaker, and the founder and creator of the Hustle Academy. And in this video, I want to dive into why you are perfect and why you don't need to live for anyone else but yourself. So, the way I kind of do this is I jump on live, I go completely off script, completely motivational, completely from my heart. And I'm here in my room right here. There's my big giant bed. There's my my board where I pin things that there's nothing pinned right now. And then that right there is a wonderful sign. It says, "The first to apologize is the bravest." I really like that. So today was a really, really powerful day for me because I ended up getting up pretty early and I did my morning routine. I went to the gym. I got my exercise in. But then from the hours of 9 o'clock all the way up until 2:45, I was in meetings. Now, these meetings were incredible. They were really special to me because the people that I met were directly in alignment with who I am and what I'm doing in this world. And it really reinforced me to understand that there are people out there that are fighting to create the best lives that they can, the lives that they deserve. Hello, Stacy. So the meetings were amazing, and it left me in this incredibly vulnerable and compassionate and kind of state of gratitude, where I've just been sharing gratitude all day long. And what I was able to do is, on one of the meetings, I didn't even know I was going to have this happen to me, but I was interviewed and I was able to tell my story. And then throughout the day, I started thinking, I was speaking to various people, including Stacy, and that is a call. Hold on one second. We'll do a do not disturb. Super rookie move. That's okay. So I was able to talk to a numerous amount of people today, and I was interviewed. And during the interview, I was asked my story. And what was really cool is it allowed me to really surface and remind myself, it's always great to be reminded of why you're doing things, your big why, your deep core, and how it impacted you so that you can go on and impact your life. And I'd like to share with you all today, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay, it's okay. Also, if something I say really resonates with you, because I'm about to get kind of deep and vulnerable, drop in the comments below, give me the thumbs up, show me some love, show me that you're here watching. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to see if you can connect with me while I'm doing this. So essentially, what I realized about 2.5 years ago is that I was living a lie. And I was living a life that was completely out of alignment with who I am and who I wanted to become. What does that look like? Essentially, what I realized was I was really living my life for other people. So I was living my life on other people's terms, as in, what did they want me to look like? What did they want me to say? What type of money did they want me to make? What type of job did they want me to have? And I don't know if you, thank you, Stacy. I don't know if this is, something that happens to a lot of people, but I'll tell you, it certainly happened to me. And I'm talking to you, I'm talking to the people, I'm talking to you if this happened to you. So here's the kind of backstory of what's up. I was raised by an amazing family. They gave me the greatest opportunity, and I'm so grateful. I have so much gratitude towards them. They've given me so much love and so much opportunity to be able, they've set me up so well. I believe that there is no blueprint to how to parent. There is no blueprint, in this life. There is our journey, and there is our best foot forward. So my mother and father raised me, and they did a great job. what I noticed is I was a bit of a late bloomer. So what does that mean? In high school, I didn't hit puberty. I didn't get like shoulders or like a man's structural body until late in the game. I also suffered from acne. I was like completely what people call it pizza face. So I had acne. I had like double acne on acne. It was really embarrassing and super uncomfortable. And then to top everything off, I was also a really emotional and sensitive man. What I remember about my situation was I felt really scared to be myself. I felt really scared to be able to really share my feelings, with both men and women. And what I found myself doing is I found myself creating this wall, this giant wall. And today, what was really interesting is that when I look back, I actually started doing this at a really young age. I did it like around 10 or 11, which means that for 16 plus years, the better part of 16 years, I was living a life that was driven by other people. Like, what? I was living a life that was controlled, or I thought at the time was controlled, by people's judgments, by family, friends, tribe, all these things. And, it's not to say that I wasn't around loved ones. I just remember waking up every day trying to do better for them and not trying to do better for myself. It also didn't help that I had all this acne, and then I pretty much had like a 9-year-old little boy's body until I was like 17 years old, okay? Topping that, I was really emotional and sensitive, and I didn't know how to express these feelings. I felt like, to be honest with you, I didn't even know how I was going to fit in with the guys. I didn't even know how I was going to fit in with anyone. I developed this really gross, hurtful sense of social anxiety. I was trying to figure out like where I was serving the world, how I was serving the world. I was like, how do I get girlfriends? How do I fall in love? How do I get good grades in school? How do I go to college? How do I do anything when I feel like all I'm doing is things for everyone else, and everything else, God forbid it's a rainy day. I even blame things on rainy days. I would be like, well, I failed today because it was rainy. I never took full responsibility for myself. So this is me really opening up and sharing, and this is why I titled it Inspiration from a Sensitive Man. So here's what has completely fucking changed. And now I stand in my power. Now I'm not worried about these things, and I'll tell you what I did to get there. I'll tell you how this happened. And for those of you who feel like they've been there, for those of you who feel like you're living for so many other reasons outside of yourself, fear could be one of those things. The fear of pain, the fear of judgment. Thank you, Stacy. The fear of losing someone, the fear of not being in the right relationship, the fear of not making enough money, the fear of so many things that are that way and not this way. If you feel like that person, keep listening. I highly advise you to listen, because I'm talking to you and I'm living proof that you don't have to feel that way anymore. You don't have to blame anything externally. As a matter of fact, you can flip the coin starting today, starting right now, and you can start controlling everything in your life. Yes, it takes work. Yes, it takes effort, but I'll tell you how I did it, and I'll tell you how you can do it, and this is my message to the world. I was asked today, Sal, how do you do it? I was asked by two different people, how do you do it? How do you find your message? And I noticed immediately that my ego crept up. My ego was like, well, why are they asking me? Am I not worthy enough? Do I not flaunt what my message is? And simultaneously, the same time where I was questioning what the question that I was asked, I said, whoa, this is my ego, this is my guard, this is the old racket from when I was younger coming up. And I took a deep breath and I said, what am I doing in this world? I'm doing what I was meant to do. See, people get so caught up in what their message is, or what they should do, or the titles they should have, or the degree, or the relationship, or the money, or the clothing, or all these things that they should have based on everyone else's guidelines and rules. But what they don't understand is that the only answers that create the life that you are so meant to have, and this is why I say you are perfect just the way you are, because you truly are. Fuck perfection. Don't use perfection as something that's unattainable. Know that you are perfection. You are the perfect person just the way you are, because the truth is that there's no one else in the world like you. So back to the conversation, I was asked, how do you know what you're doing? What is it that you do? My message is to leave this world better than I found it. That's pretty simple, right? Okay. If I was to dig deeper, my message is to help and support, inspire. Perfectly imperfect. I love that. My message is to help empower you who are watching this video, empower you to stop living a life that is burdened and judged and compromised and stressed and pressured because of everyone else, and start living the life that you're in control of and that you were always meant to have. Okay? Little secret before I get going. If this resonates with you, thank you for the thumbs up. I see the thumbs up. Give me the hearts. Drop in the comments below. Let me know how this feels, but here's the deal. Here's the secret. Did you know that you doing everything for everyone else is living a life for everyone else but who? But you. And who's number one? See, I often find that through all this self-help stuff, for those of you who know me, yes, I help inspire. Yes, I help motivate. Yes, my mission is to help you create the life that you are supposed to have and that you were meant to have. And yes, another layer, I do it through mindset coaching, which I call self-mastery, and I lean on the positive side. Yes, I do it through overcoming fear. Okay, we're getting more specific. And yes, I love habits because life is habitual. But here's the reality. Here's the real truth. It doesn't matter what you do or how you do it. It matters that you are doing it and it's coming from your heart. Okay? If you live a life that is completely controlled externally, is completely controlled by other people, then how the hell are you giving the gift to the planet? Your gift. You're not giving your gift. You're giving their gift. And here's the worst part. If you're surrounding yourself with people that are taking your precious energy, they're not living true to themselves either. So essentially, what I'm really trying to get at, and here's the magic, if you've made it this far, so here's a big aha fucking mic drop for you, okay? You're doing a disservice to the world. You're wasting precious, valuable, amazing time doing so much for everyone else and not doing for you. I find it in the self-help world that everyone says, so that the trending thing that I've found, I have a lot of conversations on this, and if, by the way, I devote hours a day to personal development. I watch the biggest stars, I watch what they're talking about, and I watch the trends, and I discuss the trends with people that are right next to me that I trust. So here's some incredible knowledge for you right now. My company that I run is there's a website, it's called salmariano.com. Before that, it was called Grow Your Hustle. My podcast, launching tomorrow, is called the Grow Your Hustle podcast. I use word hustle because I like hustle. It's sexy, you hustle. Let me tell you something, in a road race, and you're running to the finish line, you better fucking hustle and not give up. Just like in life, you better fucking hustle and not give up. That's why I like the word hustle. But here's the reality. I've noticed that throughout the course of the last 2 years, everyone's been on this kick. And here's the big aha, here it comes. This is what you waited for. You better take your notepads out and write this down. You better internalize this, because I'm about to really share with you some real shit right here. Okay? First, it was about, I do this for other people, right? I want to change the world. I want to be a life coach. I want to help others. And then the coaching industry was like, well, no shit. But that's not good enough. So then you spend all this time thinking about, well, helping others isn't good enough. What do? I get specific. Specific is just an avenue of how you can hone in to understand how you're going to help others. But then what happens, right? But then that's not good enough. So then what do? Then we look internally to find the answers, which is starting to give you the real answers of how to create and share your message. But wait a minute, the coaching industry says you need to look into yourself, you need to only think about yourself, you need to do this, number one, looking out for yourself, and then in some way, in some realm, here's where shit hits the fan, and maybe I'm going to cause an uproar, but when did we stop thinking about everyone else? That's the issue, that's the problem, that we spend so much time worrying about ourselves, but here's the real fucking truth. Do you know why we worry about ourselves? It's because of other people. We don't worry about ourselves for our self-improvement. We worry about ourselves because of external judgments. And let me tell you something, I am a pro at that. I've lived over 16 years of my life through that. And I know that when some coach or some person or some motivational speaker says something and then whatever lands with me goes, I need to look out for myself, I know what it's like to go, well, I'm going to put up a fucking wall and only look out for myself. Now, here's the fucking magic. Here's the real magic, okay? Here's the life-changing goosebumps. Here's what the reality is, okay? They're not telling you, the world is not telling you to look out for yourself because they're telling you, and that's what you should do. It's all about what I call alignment, balance, breathing. The really popular word right now is authenticity, and I'll dive into that really quickly. The reason why that word is so popular is because if you are authentic in every breath you take, then your life is authentic in every move you make. That rhymes, that was pretty good. That just came up, that's great, okay? So here's the thing. You start looking internally, and you get answers. And when you get answers, you start to understand life. You start to understand how you relate to this world that we call life, this universe. You start to understand why you think these clothes don't fit you properly or why you like certain clothes. You start to realize why you want to have a specific job. You start to create what I call a why, or what you might know is as a purpose, okay? Here we go. You're hanging with me. Keep going. If you find, okay, as you keep looking into yourself, okay, you go from being externally driven, I'm talking to you, you know exactly who you are, to you can't do that, to that's not impossible, to why are you traveling, to why are you quitting your job, to why are you with that girl or guy, to why are you this. Who's saying that? They are, not you, okay? You go from externally driven to internally looking in, so looking in internally, and then you put a wall up because you're some like self-righteous rock star, but what you do is you don't open up to your higher awareness. You're only serving your ego. You're only serving your own needs, which is where the whole self-help industry gets fucked up. And I'm going to tell you how to change it. I'm going to tell you right now how this whole thing flips. And this is why my friend Stacy, who's on here right now, uses truth in her message, because the truth is that if you know your truth, okay, not your ego's truth, your truth, which is, by the way, your why and your purpose. If you know your purpose, there is nothing in this world that can stop you from achieving what you were meant to do, because you've created a purpose that is bigger than yourself. So when someone attacks you and says, you can't do it, you smirk and you laugh. You know why? Do you know why you smirk and you laugh? Because they're not attacking you, they're attacking your purpose, which you know is bigger than you, which means that it's untouchable. It's like if I was to say, my purpose in this world is to help you find the best version of yourself by getting over the fear that limits you, creating the mindset that's going to get you to achieve greatness, and implementing powerful habits that will skyrocket you into the fucking stratosphere. And someone goes, hey Sal, your message sucks. Excuse me, person, does my message suck, or do you suck? Are you serving yourself, or are you just trying to shit on my parade, which, oh, by the way, you can't shit on my parade, because here's the truth. Because my purpose, my why, is larger than you, and it's going to be so impactful that when you try to fight me and combat me and hate on me, I've already gone through the external life. I've already done what I thought to do to make you happy, hater, and it didn't work. I've already closed up and put a wall up and looked internally to try and hide myself from the world and didn't do anything. But now, because of all that adversity, because of all that shit, I have created a why that knows that you hating on me creates progress for my why. And it's really not about me. It's about my purpose, which means that it's about your purpose, okay? So back to the very beginning, you are perfect just the way you are. Your story, your experiences, everything that you've done in life to this point is unique and perfect in its own way, and no one can tell you that it's not. And if you dig deep, you dig really deep, I'm going to tell you right now that I use the word sensitive and inspirational because I'm trying to contact and reach you that have felt emotionally and sensitively scared in this world and feel like that you can't share your message or do what you meant to do because of some external bullshit worry. The world doesn't need less truth. The world doesn't need lies. The world needs you to step up and be you and share your message. Sal, I still don't know what you do. Here's what you do. You log on to Facebook, which has over billions of users, and you type in Sal Self-Mastery and you watch one of my fucking videos. And then you send me a message and you say, this is how it affected me. And then I'll tell you that's what I do. Because I wake up every day and I devote time for myself. I devote endless. I never stop. I never give up to myself. I never stop. I learn so much about who I am. And then guess what? It was the most miraculous thing. I was saying it today. The more in alignment you are with yourself, really listen to these fucking words. Listen, please, to these words and try to find the truth in these words. The more alignment you have with yourself, as in the more you feel like you're truly, truly living, the less pressure, the less bullshit, the less judgment, the less fear, the less negativity, the less of that we'll call pressure and anxiety, and I'll call it an alignment. The more alignment that you are in life, the less you have to fucking try to be you. The less you have to try to get the clients. The less you have to try to get the husband, the wife, the girlfriend, the boyfriend. The less you have to try to get the great job. The less you have to try to get the great friends. You don't have to try to fight for anything that externally you need because you're living true to yourself. And mark my words when I say you don't have to try means you don't have to work. You damn right better know that you have to work. You damn right better know that you have to work on yourself. And when you hear all the self-help gurus say the best investment is in yourself, this is what they're talking about. The work isn't out there. The work is in here. That's where the work is, because the more you work on this, the universe itself conspires with you and changes your reality. I'll give you a straight up example right now. All right? Little cottonmouth here. Great, because I'm on fucking fire, that's why. I'll give you an example. 2 weeks ago, I quit a job. 2 weeks ago, I quit a job that wasn't serving me. 2 weeks ago, I quit a job that I chose through desperation, through money, status, and fame. My fucking ego, thank you, Alicia, I just saw that, you're the balls, thank you very much, I love you. My ego set in and said, Sal, you gotta get a job, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gotta get a job. Why? I asked. My ego punched up, gave me an uppercut and said, dude, you gotta make a ton of money, man. How are you gonna coach these people? How are you gonna do anything for these people? How are you gonna look in these people? How are you gonna look in front of these people? How are you gonna public speak for these people? How are you gonna do for these people? Keyword, these people. What about me? What about how am I gonna speak for myself? How am I gonna put food on the table for myself? How am I gonna wake up every day for myself? Why is it these people? I chose a job in a desperate mindset that didn't serve me, And I got physically ill, I got physically sick. It's why I wasn't showing up. It's why I disappeared, if you're all wondering why I disappeared. And I don't really care, because you know what? I know that adversity spits out that seed of success. And here is the fucking seed. It's already been planted. I've already watered it. It's already growing. It's already bud. The flower's about to burst. That's the seed that I got. 2 weeks ago, I left a job. 2 days after I left the job, I did a meditation. I went to the gym. I felt free. That knot in my stomach for not living to who I am, not being true to who I am, worrying about what other people do, worrying about what other people say, that knot in my stomach dissipated. It went away. Gone. Like in 2 days? 2 days? Right? 2 fucking days? A week later, less than a week later, I was in a studio recording episode 0, 1, and 2 of my fucking podcast, and it's been something I've wanted to do for over a year and a half, and I did it in less than 7 days. From taking a radical leap for my own life. Now let me be very clear, okay? Let me be very clear as a person that really cares. I am not saying do something that puts you in do something that hurts you in life intentionally. But damn am I saying do something that pushes you closer. Damn right I'm saying do something that pushes you closer to alignment with yourself. With yourself. Stop waking up worried about your job. Stop waking up in a relationship that doesn't serve you. Stop waking up sick. Stop waking up with digestion problems because you're so stressed out and you're power eating shit food and you're living off of coffee. Stop doing it. I've done it. It doesn't serve anyone. Start taking a deep breath, making choices for yourself, and you might record a podcast. You might be the creator and the host of your own podcast. You might be the author of your book this year. You might be the mother of a new child, or the father of a new child, or the wife or the husband of a new marriage. That's what you do when you're in alignment. And you call me freaking crazy, but I'm telling you right now, you do not have to try to impress the world when you look inside and grow yourself. You don't have to do it. I'm telling you, people, all the time, wasted, worry about money, about this, about other people. How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do that? Forget it. Clear it. Look inside yourself. Figure out what you want and start there. What makes me happy? What makes me happy? What makes me happy? Love. How does love make me happy? It makes me feel good. Damn right. Why does it make you feel good? Because I can breathe. Well, breathing is good. Why do you like breathing? Because it gives me oxygen. Why do you like oxygen? Because it pumps my blood vessels full of nutrients for me to live and think and create the life of my dreams. That's why I fucking love love. It's pretty easy. It takes work. It takes daring skill. It takes you to push past your ego and to find yourself and ask the hard questions and answer them with yourself, not through the judgment of others, not through what the TV tells you to do, not through what anyone tells you to do except for yourself. And when you start creating and finding these answers for yourself, then the answers start coming like everywhere from everyone. It's really weird how it works. You'll have to try it out, but here's the deal. If you can start answering your own questions with your own answers truthfully, everyone you meet and everyone you bump into will answer your questions truthfully without you having to use 1 ounce of fucking effort for them, and you use every ounce of effort for yourself, being yourself. That's it. That's alignment. That's purpose. That's knowing your why. That's living with integrity. That's living in alignment. And as a matter of fact, I'm feeling so fucking good about this live right now, okay, that my episode 3 tomorrow, and possibly 4, on my podcast in the studio at 10 o'clock, my episode will be wrapped around the importance of intrinsically viewing yourself and knowing who you are much further, much beyond knowing who other people are. You will never understand the world if you don't understand yourself. You'll never understand your partner if you don't understand yourself. You'll never understand people as much as you try, all the efforts that you put out, the 16 years right here that I've given my power away to other people for what? For what? For what? To leave me still confused? You know why I was left confused? Because I would give them the answers, but I would never give myself the answers. That's pretty fucking selfish. You ever hear, if you serve everyone, you serve no one? You ever wonder why that's actually said? You ever wonder why you get a little bound up when it says you should be looking at yourself? Oh God, you can't look at yourself. How could you possibly only think for yourself? What about others? Are you giving advice, in your opinion, and counsel to others without knowing yourself? That sounds to me like a big waste of time and crock of shit. And it also sounds like you're talking out of your ass. So let me cover that really quickly, okay? If you give advice, give opinions, give counsel to other people, if you live your life serving everything externally and nothing internally, if you don't know the answers to your own questions, why are you giving answers to them? Coaches, speakers, entrepreneurs, partners, mothers, fathers, couch potatoes, neighbor who tells you how to trade in the stock market. Why are you doing that? Well, I hope that if you're listening, okay, this might really have struck a chord with people, and I'm happy if it does. I hope if you're listening, if I was to ask you today, right now, angry people, if I was to ask you today, what are you put on this earth for? Could you answer it? If I was to say today and look you in the eyes and say, you have 5 minutes left to live. You've lived your whole life and there's only 5 minutes left. Would you say that you lived a life of fulfillment, or would you say that you lived a life of regret? And my next question is, did you live a life telling people everything what they should or shouldn't do without ever looking inside yourself? I'll tell you something right now. It makes me really uneasy, really fucking uneasy, giving any type of advice or counsel to anyone when I don't know the answers to it and how I would relate to it myself. It's a disservice, and it's very lackadaisical, and it's very inappropriate and immature when you give someone something, give them your power, when you don't even know what you're giving. Because then you give someone something, and you so believe in this, what you give them. Oh, you can't have that job. You couldn't possibly make money. You couldn't possibly be with that man or woman. Sal, what is your message? Sal, I don't know what you do. Sal, I can't understand what you do. Sal, you spell words wrong. You should, if you're going to coach people, you should spell words right. Sal, you should write better. Sal, you should do... Are you fucking kidding me right now? When I post something, you're looking at the spelling mistakes and not the message? Wrong. When I'm showing up being authentic, being in my true power, you're saying I can't do it? You know what you're saying? This is the reality. Here's what you're saying. This is good shit. Here's a good lesson. Life is a reflection of who we are. Perception is your reality. What you see, what you hear, what you believe, what you live, who you are, everything that is created is by our own brain. So when you tell someone like me, or like anyone else out there, or putting their neck out there to improve the world, that they can't do something, do you know who you're talking to? No, you don't, because you don't even look inside yourself. But I'll tell you who you're talking to. You're talking to yourself. You're saying that you couldn't do what I'm doing. You couldn't do what they're doing. That's what you're saying. Because how in the world, how in the world could you ever tell someone what they can or can't do if, one, you've never looked inside yourself, if you've never worked in that area of life or anything, or put any amount of energy and you've just sat on the couch watching fucking commercials and TV, okay? How could you ever tell anyone? And two, let's get even more real. Do you think that you could ever tell me what I can or can't do? Really? Unless you could literally step into my soul, not my brain, my soul, and you could jump on the joysticks and control me, you can never tell me what I can and can't do. And let's flip the coin on this, okay? This is through looking internally. There is no script here. This is coming from my heart. This is coming from my mind. Okay, this is what you get. This is the results that you get when you look inside of your life and you look inside of your heart. You have the strength to speak the truth, just like I'm doing now, and not worry about the haters. Not worry about that. You don't worry about shit. You only think about your next move because you know your why. So here, I'm going to flip the coin. You want to try and tell me how I can do something, or you want to try and tell me how I spell words wrong? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Here's the reality, okay? Here's the flipped coin, all right? If you tell me that I can't do something, and it really means that you can't do it, where is that coming from? Is it coming from anger? Is it coming from fear? Is it coming from judgment? Is it coming from the fact that you didn't do what you were meant to do, so you're telling someone else that they suck or they can't do it? And then are you going after that? Jumping on the phone call with a friend and sharing the message that Sal Mariano just said in the video that you just criticized? Is that what you're doing? Is that how you exchange energy? Is that how you cheat life? Criticizing other people's work and energy and then leveraging it for your own time. Yeah, I don't know where that came up, but that clearly came up from my past. That's good. You know who you are if you're like that, and you can change. You can change. I'm telling you right now, you can fucking change people. You don't have to do that anymore, and I show compassion and I show love for you if you do that. Massive amounts of love. There's where the inspiration comes. There's where the sensitivity comes, right here. I show love for you because imagine what you feel like putting your fucking head on the pillow at night, living life like that. And you wonder why people wake up every day and bust their asses, look internally, work really hard, push themselves to the limit, create the life that they are so earning, so looking forward to do. And you won't do it. You can do it. I don't care about what you've done. I don't care about the shit that you went through. I don't care about any of that. It doesn't matter anymore. What matters is the now, the current. What are you willing to do today so that you can put your head on your pillow at night and enjoy the life that you live? And by enjoying the life that you live, you don't have to steal my material or anyone else's material and share with someone. After you criticize them, you can actually save the time, save the effort. You can show up every day, live true to who you are, and you will do that naturally. You can also share with your heart, and instead of criticizing, you can tell someone how they really made you feel. Like sharing in the comments below right now how you really feel after watching this video, after watching me go deep. That takes guts. That takes balls, people. That takes balls. Ooh, I don't want to comment below because I'm scared of what my friends, family, and loved ones might think, that this guy who's pouring his heart out, they might judge me. Okay, look, if it doesn't serve you, no problem. On to the next one. But if it pulls at you, if this video serves you, actually if it creates a ripple or a disruption in your life, you bet your ass you better comment below because you're taking a step. You bet your ass you better private message me and tell me the changes you're making in life. You bet your ass you better jump on my website and check it out and read it and either love it or hate it, but get some type of answer. Get an answer to take you to the next step. You bet your ass you better look at who I follow on Instagram. Look at what I'm doing. Listen to my podcast. You bet your ass you should do it until you're sick, until you move on to the next thing that creates the life of your dreams. That's what I'm here for. I will never, ever, ever give up on you. You know why? Do you know why? If you watch the whole fucking video, you know why I won't give up on you. Because I don't give up on myself. Therefore, I don't need to worry about giving up on you. Because not giving up on myself creates my nature of not giving up, which means I don't give up on you. Sticks and stones will break my bones. Your bullshit words will never hurt me. My purpose, my why is way bigger than your stupid remarks that mean nothing to me. Only hurt yourself when you put your head down on that pillow. Yeah. Yeah, it gets a little spicy here with me. You know, I lived for over 16 years hiding from my true purpose. Criticizing others, thinking I was the fucking tough guy, putting up walls. Putting up fucking walls after walls after walls. Giving massive opinions and thinking I was adding massive value to people's lives. For what? It was a joke. It's not real. And I knew it when I put my head down. So I drowned myself in a bottle of alcohol when I was of drinking age and maybe even before that. For what? Let me tell you something right now, okay? Along with all this stuff that I'm talking about. If you are the person who is hid from the world because you're sensitive and you know you were meant for so much more, and you've done everything in your fucking power, but you still don't know what to do, direct message me. Comment me on this right here. Start today. Reach out to me. Do something for yourself. Even if it's not me, reach out to someone. Do something. Alright? Because I am so happy that I woke up 2 years ago. I woke the fuck up and decided to take a stand for my life. Can you imagine someone trying to sway me? Can you imagine someone trying to overpower me? Good luck. You can live that too. You can feel this every day. You can feel empowered and controlling in your life without being a jerk, without being an asshole, without thinking you have to criticize or do something that you won't want to do. I do this because I love you. And how do I know I love you? Because I love myself. So I don't have to differentiate that. There is no duality to my love. There is no duality to me giving up. I don't give up on myself, therefore I don't give up on you. I don't give up on my love for myself, therefore I don't stop loving you. It's as simple as that, people. If I try to make you happy, I try to make me happy. If I try to make me happy, I try to make you happy. I am happy, therefore you are happy. That's how we show up. That's alignment. You can do that. I fucking know you can. I know you can. Okay? I did it. I can show you how. You can do it yourself, but I'll tell you right now, I can show you how. You don't have to be afraid anymore. You don't have to be afraid ever. You don't have to be afraid to get up on a fucking mountain and scream your truth. You don't have to worry about people judging you. If people judge you, if you're worried about people judging you, you're judging yourself. If you don't love yourself, no one loves you. If you're worried about reputation, if you're worried about money, if you're worried about fame, status, God, you are clearly showing the world what your weaknesses are. Why would you do that? For people to criticize you? For people to hang on to that? No. There is no worry about money, judgment, reputation. There is you being you, living true to who you are because you work on it every fucking day. And whether the bills come in or they don't come in, or the health worries come in or they don't come in, or the sicknesses come in or they don't come in, it doesn't matter. Life will always happen, but it's happening on your terms. You don't give up because you don't have to. Does that make sense to you? All the self-help gurus will tell you, don't give up. What if you didn't have to give up? What if you just had to go and move up all the time? Don't get up, move up. That's it. Move up. You get there by looking in. You get there by learning about yourself. Having so much conviction in who you are and what you're meant to do that no one could ever change your mission or your purpose or your why. Here's a declaration. I'm getting off because the sun's going down. I'm losing light. I'm talking like forever here. It's fucking awesome. I could do this forever. I am publicly speaking and motivationally speaking in January and February in the UK, Paris, and just added South Africa and Africa. Okay? Nothing will stop me from doing that. And I don't have to declare that to you, but I want you to see the tenacity and the conviction that I have in my presence, because nothing will stop me. And I'm going to change lives, whether I'm laughed at, made a fool, made fun of, stopped, pushed around. I will never stop, because you can't beat me. And if you want to feel the feeling of never being beat, fucking direct message me. Work with me if you dare. If you dare. Because I'm never stopping. And I believe in what's called momentum. My friend Isaac Newton taught me about momentum. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. So if you're sitting on the couch, you'll stay on the couch. If you're active, you'll move more. If you live more, you'll breathe more. Object in motion tends to stay in motion, where I will never give up. I will keep moving forward. I am moving forward. The speaking, when I jump on that plane, doesn't start in January. It starts now. It starts now, now, with every second that moves forward. That's the way. We become the people that we want to be faster by surrounding ourselves with the people that we would like to be or be like. Yes, stand in your power. Yes, look internally. Yes, figure out your own answers. But make sure as you figure out your own answers that you're surrounding yourself with people that are aligned with who you are and your dreams. Do you think right now, if I got up on a stage with 10,000 people and I got booed off the stage, do you think I would get off the stage? I'm not even answering that. You can answer that. And that's the work. That's what you create for your life. No one can stop you if you don't stop yourself. It's all the same shit. I am disappearing into the video right now. My arm, look at, you can just see my hand. This is a riot. I love this. Little comical side there. Okay. I'm seriously disappearing, but I'm not disappearing in your mind. Here's the deal. Follow me on Sal Self Mastery, this business page. Share this with your friends and family. I dare you to. I dare you to cause a disruption in your fucking life, because this came from the heart, and when you show up, you change the world. I dare you to comment me and ask me a question. I dare you to send me a private message, and I dare you to work with me. These are all dares. Take action in your life, change the world, and just make it a better place, people. Don't give up. Don't even put yourself there to give up. All right, I love you. Sun's going down, lights going out. Thank you so much for staying here with me. You guys are amazing. Super awesome. Drop in the comments below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you think, what you're thinking. Let me know where you are watching this from, because, hell, this video is going to go fucking viral. That's just what's going to happen. I already know this thing. Because I am setting the intention that it's going viral, because my intention is to change lives. So I'd love to know where you're watching this from. Please let me know. Give me the thumbs up. Give me the hearts. And you know what? I don't even care if you give me the angry faces, the O faces, the laugh faces. Give me a reaction, because you're doing something more than nothing. And that's fucking profound. No more light left. Follow me if you dare, whatever. I love you guys, and I'm out.